Oh, but you're not gonna make it. You don't have the money for this. You don't have the time for this. Your idea is so far-fetched that you are going to end up hurt when it doesn't work out for you in the end. Or some might even say to your face that you don't have what it takes. So what do you do when every single person you know is telling you that your dream, that your vision is doomed to fail, and that you'd rather do something else like what they're doing, or flat out laughing at your idea like you're some kind of a 90s stand-up comedian? And in this video, I'll share with you why people laughing at your idea is actually a big sign of your enormous success with that idea, and how you can withstand the noise of the robots around you until the time you manifest your goals right in their smirky face, and they won't be laughing then. But before we start, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. The first thing is, if a lot of people are mocking your idea, it means that you are on the right track, because most of them don't even have a dream. Because most people you meet in life are full of regrets. They are disconnected from their own life. They're disconnected from their own reality. They're disconnected from the life that's unfolding right in front of them. They don't know how they got here. They are disillusioned. You hear them complaining about everything in their lives all day long. You hear them complaining about everyone in their lives. They're not, clearly they're not an expert at life. And yet they have the audacity to tell someone else how to live their lives. And this in itself should be proof enough for you to completely ignore all these unsolicited advices coming from people that don't even know what they're talking about. That have no idea where you plan to go, who have never even dreamed, who have never even imagined those places that you are visualizing for yourself. I mean, they've never done it, so it's foreign to them. They are full of fear when it comes to these kind of things, and now they're trying to make you fearful as well. They're trying to tell you stories, they're trying to tell you a million ways you could fail, and you have to be careful, because you don't want to take advice from someone, from people who have not achieved the things that you want to achieve in life. I mean, they might not be total losers. I'm not saying that you should be rude to them and tell them that they don't know what you're talking about or whatever. But if there is something that you want to achieve that is not in their lane, that is something that they've never tried, something that they've never imagined, better stop listening to people who have not done the things that you want to do. So you have to be wise, you have to be smart, and turn your focus into those people who have actually achieved the things that you want to achieve, because it's only through them that you will know how to do these things, because they've done it. They know the ways, they know the process, they know, and most of them, they're able to share what you have to do inside and out to achieve these things. So what happens when you stop listening to the wrong advice is that doors will start to open, because you are not shutting them up. You're not saying to yourself, I better be cautious, I better stop dreaming big because it might not happen for me, and a lot of people are telling me so. A lot of people that have not made their own dreams come true. So it's crazy to think that way. But if you're saying this to yourself, if you are becoming your own worst enemy, if you are sabotaging your own success just because a lot of other people who have not been able to make anything happen in their lives are loud, they're loud enough to make you think that you may not be able to achieve those things, it's a weakness. So you have to be able to solve, to get rid of this weakness and get strong. And the way to do it is to listen to the right advice. So do whatever you have to do. If you have to listen to faith building messages, if you have to listen to content online or whatever, or read books that are going to inspire you, read books that are going to actually make you think, oh, it's possible, It's possible against all odds. It was possible against all odds for this person that wrote that book, for this person that healed themselves, for this person, that is now wealthy beyond compare, even though they came from abject poverty. So this kind of inspirational stories, when you listen to them, when you are, making it your daily routine, you are intentionally listening to faith-building messages, you are going to build your own faith. And whatever doubt, uncertainty, a lot of noise from the outside is not going to ruin your chances in life. So in order to do this, you have to be very cautious not to let any negativity from the outside world come inside and poison your subconscious mind. Number 2 is your dream or your goal should be something new and far-fetched, at least for now. Otherwise, it's not even a dream. Because for a dream to be worthy of your time, worthy of your energy, worthy of all those hours that you're putting in order to master your craft, it should be something that on some level that you're thinking is maybe impossible, but because you are brave and you know that the word impossible doesn't exist, you are going to pursue it anyways. You are going to do everything you can. You are going to go make your dreams come true against all odds. And this is the kind of combination, that needs to inspire you to do good in life, to do great in life. Because if a dream is something that is simply attainable, it's so easy, it's something that for sure you're going to achieve because you're having support, or you have connections, or you can buy something, then it's not even a dream. It's not something that you are making happen. It's something that you are manipulating through different means, and that's not a dream. That's just an activity, and sometimes it's wrong. So a dream should be something that you look forward to, should be something more than just an achievement. It should be something that is going to give you this journey in life, that in between your success and now, during that journey, you also become your greatest version. So that dream has now 2 benefits to you. It's not that you are in the end going to achieve that thing, achieve your goal, but along the way, you are becoming your greatest version. You are becoming this person that you've always wanted to be, this capable, confident, resilient person that's able to take on whatever challenge is going to come with the success and everything that's going to come with your achievements in life. And this is why when you're thinking of a goal of yours, it's always better not to only think about that end product, that time in your life where you're going to have, all the money that you've always wanted, all the fame and anything that you want to achieve. And if you're only thinking about that moment, and you're thinking of this moment to be, a dreadful existence where you're just simply waiting for your success, then that's the wrong way to approach any success in life. Because success is not only about those achievements. Your success is measured by everything that you are able to achieve, including, and most importantly, the success of yourself, you becoming the kind of person. In the end, people are not just going to look at your achievements, they're going to look at you. And you have to be you have to be the whole package. You have to exude the confidence of the person deserving that success. And also, this is why a lot of people quit. A lot of people, they try for a while, they have a dream, they have a goal, they're all psyched up, they are all excited, they're inspired, and then just because they're spending all their time thinking about that end product, and when it doesn't appear at their own schedule, I want this at this time, and I want this so bad, and I'm just dreading this moment, and I'm just going to be just waiting for that moment, while completely ignoring my present moment, just waiting with patience. Your patience is going to run out, because your patience is dependent on the end result happening any moment now. Abracadabra. You're not willing to wait. And the reason why you're not willing to wait is because you're not understanding the benefit of you waiting. The waiting time is the time where you're going to be made into the kind of person that deserves the success, the kind of person that, you know, when you and your success are right next to each other, you fit. You know, everyone can see that you deserve your success. Everyone can see that you've done your due diligence and you are reputable. You are deserving. You know, you are credible. And even though you don't have to worry about how people look at you, what others think of you, it's good that you have, you know, that you have done your due diligence. It's good that you're able to be an example for other people. It's good to be able to let other people learn from you that you can achieve things with credibility, that you don't have to steal, lie, cheat your way to success. Because it's possible to achieve success while keeping your integrity intact. You know, it's not necessary for you to go doing things, you know, that you don't believe in, compromise your values and principles just for success, for money, fame. And this way you might even inspire people to do things the right way. And this is what you have to aim when you're thinking of your success. Number 3 is your dream will scare them because they have accepted society's standards to be their standards. A lot of people's dreams will never see the light of day because they themselves have stopped it from coming to pass. They themselves have just rejected their own dreams because they believe the lies that they were told. They believed them so much to their core that now they are working against themselves. Can you imagine working against yourself day and night, working against your own dreams, working against your own ambitions, working against all the things that could, you know, life's blessings, just rejecting life's blessings just because a sick society is telling you otherwise. A sick society is literally telling you, be like me, be sick, you know, and we'll be together sick. And it will be a celebration of sickness. So this is what you have to fight. You have to stop letting other people scare your dreams away. You have to stop letting these lies to continue in your mind. You have to be able to free yourself of these shackles that are making you think, you know, I have to do this their way. Or you have to be brave enough to risk being, a failure. You have to be able to risk not being accepted by the people that you love, people that you respect. You have to be able to allow yourself to make mistakes, to fail, to do things your own way, to make your own rules, to have your ups and downs, to accept the challenge and the difficulties and the dark times that will definitely come as a result of your decision to follow your own path in life. And you know why following your own path is tough? It's because the other path is easier. And it's easier for a reason. They make it so easy for you. You have a whole script. You know, there are steps to follow since you were a child. It's this. So it's easy. And you're attracted to this because there's already a system. And once you are in that system, once you are in that matrix, you know, you can never break free of it that easy. And this is why the braveness should come now. At this point in your life, you have to be brave because it's not easy to break free of the matrix, to break free of the system. Because that way, you know, the way to freedom, the way to becoming your own person, the way to living your life the way you want to, there are no systems there. And this is why it's hard and this is why it's scary. But you have to be brave enough, because once you do that, once you crack the code, once you make your own system into freedom, then the sky is the limit for you. You can achieve anything you want without the system scaring you all the way and giving you so many more steps until the day you die. But you have to acknowledge that a lot of people, including your loved ones, are very devoted to that system. And sometimes, no matter what you say, and sometimes you'll even create problems if you are going to become this goody-goody and trying to tell them what you have discovered for yourself. So this is what you have to know about the people in the system. The people in the system are now the protector of it. Even though it's killing them, even though it's killing their dreams, it's killing their will to live, they are still protecting it because they don't know any better. And in order for you to live amongst these people, because there's no way for you to completely separate yourself, that's unhealthy. So what you need to do is you have to accept that you cannot save everyone. You can tell someone until your face turns purple and they won't listen because they're already in the system and they're not doing their due diligence. But you have. You've done your due diligence. So you deserve that freedom. And when that freedom comes, you're not going to be the smug person that's going to tell everyone, I told you so. I'm in my own system. You're going to help others, to get out of that system, to escape that system, and help everyone to live their lives to the fullest. As far as we know, we are here, being this person in this body one time. And we don't know how long we have. That's the beauty of life. So you have to tell everyone how you did it. You have to be the light in their darkness, because they might not admit it. Not all of them will admit it, but it's darkness. It's completely dark. It's the worst place you can be in when you are living in a place that you don't know where you're going, but everyone else is telling you that this is the right way to live your life. The system is telling you this is the right way to live your life. So you have to empathize with those people. You have to develop compassion. And actually, that's what you will do when you follow your own dreams, because you know how hard it is when you are back in the system. So how do you actually start your journey of freedom and authenticity? Here's how. The first thing that you have to do is to keep reminding yourself of these great inventions, discoveries. These great change makers were first mocked, some of them even imprisoned. People were just looking at them and pointing at them and tell them, how dare you question the system? How dare you to think that you can do something different? And in the end, everyone came along and were enjoying the fruits of those creativities, of the creative people that they insulted, that they mocked, because they knew that it worked. Whatever craziness, whatever thing that they did, those people did against all odds, against everyone coming together against them, they still went on with their dreams. They still persevered, and in the end they became the people that we still talk about. Thousands of years later, we're talking about them. We are praising them for all the great things that they did for humanity. So this is what you have to keep reminding yourself. Just because society is not accepting of something new, just because the people around you are not rooting for you, they're not telling you to go ahead for your dreams, and they're not supporting you, it doesn't mean that you're not going to make it. It doesn't mean that your crazy dreams are not going to materialize. In fact, they are going to, as long as you believe in them and you continue to do your due diligence. There's no way that you're not going to see any progress, and there's no way that in the end that you're not going to achieve the success that you're after, whatever it may be for you, whatever how you might define your success. So which gets me to my second point, and that is you have to stop your self-doubt. You have to stop doubting yourself, or else all your hard work, all the things that you've done up to this point to become free, to become authentic, are going to, fail. Because having doubt in your mind means that you still have the residues. You've done your work, but there's some part of you that still believes in the doubt that they've instilled in you. You're still doubting yourself. You're still doubting your abilities to achieve the things that you want. You're still doubting, whether you've taken the right path in life or not. If that is the way, then you're going to find it very difficult. And honestly, sometimes it's going to be even harder for you than when you were in the system. And you don't want that to be the case here. You want to make the journey as smooth as you can. There are going to be challenges. You don't want to be the added challenge to the already existing problems. There are going to be problems because, as I told you earlier, there is no system here. You are figuring out for yourself, and you have to be your own support system. You have to support yourself and get yourself out of the rut or whatever it is that you're going through now by being your biggest support system. Because obviously not everyone is behind you in this process. So make sure that you're not beating yourself up. Make sure that you're not too hard on yourself, you know, on your way to self-discovery, because that's how you will help yourself. That's how you will heal yourself of all the negatives, of all, you know, the wounds that you have accumulated. You know, society has, in the world, life, everything that you went through has already wounded you to the point, you know, of wanting a different kind of reality, and you are brave enough to seek that reality. So you have to be able to support yourself through it all, but you'll only be able to succeed if you're not one of the blocks there.